Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to our Part 2 CYPE BIM Solutions for Architecture, Engineering, and Construction. Before we begin, giving you time to register and encouraging you to join our groups for future events like this and more. Join our groups so you won't miss out on what's on our community. There you go. Kindly please join Digital Creatives Worldwide and on our YouTube, and also Join BIM Worldwide on LinkedIn. And comment down #CYPE for a chance to win a LinkedIn premium subscription. And comment down #CYPE. So giving you time to register. Let me play our intro outro.
Again, hello everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the part two of our live stream series on CYPE BIM solutions for architecture, engineering, and construction. I am your host, Mark, and we're excited to dive even deeper into the world of building information modeling and how CYPE solutions are shaping the AEC industry. If you missed the part one, be sure to check it out on our channel. Today we have a fantastic lineup of guests, experts, and topics to explore. Inviting friends, family, or your favorite groups to join us in topic activity community can be a game changer. It not only multiplies the fun, but also brings in fresh perspectives and ideas. Together, we can create an even more vibrant and dynamic community. But before we start, let's meet our guest. Please welcome our panel of experts from SIPE, Miss Christina
Hello,
and sorry.
hello everyone.
Hello, Miss Christina.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hello
Uh,
everyone. I'm Christina. I'm the country manager for site engineer in the Philippines country and also in other of Asia. Nice to meet you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paul. I am also co-country manager for the Philippines, and also co-country manager for Australia. Very nice to be here, and yes, looking forward to our meeting for today.
Okay. And hello, Maria. We can see you now. How are
Hello,
you?
magandang araw sa lahat. Hello, hola. Nice to be here.
Okay. I think that that's our presentation. And as Maria start with the language, salamat everyone, Paul. Good to have everyone here in today's webinar. And first of all, I think that the best way is to have a little bit of presentation about who is SYPE and why we have this webinar. This is the second part of the webinar, SYPE Solution for Architecture, Engineering, and Construction. The first part was about structure, right, Paul?
Yes, it was a month ago, and then our technician expert David talked more about our structural solutions for day one of this webinar. But for this day two webinar, what do we have for today, Christina?
Yeah. For today, we have Maria Adrian, that's the MEP Special Technicians from SYPE Engineer. And we are going to present a little bit of overview about the MEP software. I'm the one that will be present that part. And after that, I want to ask Maria Adrian to present two of the most important software that we have here, and also a little bit of the interoperability between SYPE and the other three softwares, and also, of course, about our perfect, beautiful BIMserver.center. Right, Maria?
Right.
Perfect. So let's start with the same presentation. Let me share my screen. Yes. Oh. Okay. Can you see my screen, everyone?
Let me see.
I can't.
I don't
Oh,
think we can
No.
see your screen right now, Christina.
Okay. Let
Sorry
me try
about this,
again.
everyone. Things that happen live. Very normal.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do now. Now you can see everything. Okay.
Mm,
You can see the presentation.
I can't. But maybe somebody from the audience can confirm that.
yes, I can't, but can also somebody from the audience, from our streaming platforms, can confirm if they can see the screen. For me, I can't, Christina. I don't know if
Okay, let's pretend that you can see. If not, I'm very expressive, so the presentation could be perfect without anything more than me. Okay, so
Okay.
um, as I mentioned, we are going to present SYPE. In the first webinar, you have a very great presentation from David. But for today, I want to show you a little bit for the people that is the first webinar that they are seeing about SYPE. So who is SYPE? SYPE was founded by engineers around over 40 years ago. We develop BIM software for architects and engineers. So we have more than 150 tools. That means that we have more than 150 software that I gonna show you in the BIMserver.center store that we have. But for now, let me explain a little bit more. We have more than 200 professionals around the world in more than 65 countries. We are the strongest person that we have at the moment in the Asia part is in Malaysia and Singapore. But we are trying to very hard to start in the Philippines market. We have more than 150,000 customers using our BIMserver.center, the BIM common data environment. And as I said, we are not only offering we are not only offering a BIM software solution. We are also offering a completely solution environment. We have software from the start to the end of your project. We have software for architecture, we have software for structure, we have software for MEP, and also we have software for project management. And all of that, it's completely communicate with our platform. We are using the BIM environment in the BIMserver.center. That means that you can have connected all your projects with your colleagues, with your clients, with all the software that you have. Also, if you are using SYPE or if you're not, but that's the part that Maria is gonna be showing you after this explication. So I don't know if the people can see my screen, but I try.
Yes, we
we
can
What
now.
can
we can see
Yeah.
now your screen. I can
Yes,
confirm that.
Oh,
perfectly.
perfect,
Yeah, yeah, yes.
perfect.
We don't want to interrupt you, but now we can see your screen.
Oh, perfect. That's good. So what can do the SYPE software? We can design an analysis. We have an automaticate all the systems that you need. We have a lot of codes like the American one, European one, Russian one, and so on. And all time we are trying to implement other codes inside the software. We have the deliverables, and of course, have an open BIM systems. What's the open BIM systems? As I said, you can also work with the SYPE software, and you can also complement your work with SYPE software. That means that we can work with other tools, like maybe for example, Revit, AutoCAD, ETABS, and so on. So, what's the good points that we have in SYPE? The SYPE software are very easy to learn. As Maria Adrian is going to be showing you after this little bit presentation, we have very easy interface that you can use it very fast. So you don't need to spend months and months to learn how to use SYPE. You only need maybe 1-2 months, depend of the time that you are employing, but to be to perfectionize the softwares. That means that in a few weeks you can start to use it. Also inside we have a very good technical support. We are trying to help everyone that want to use SYPE. So you can send an email, you can make a call, and we can answer you. And all every time if you need. Because for that reason, if you're from Philippines or if you're from other part of the world that you are seeing this, we have the distributor in the countries that also can offer technical support. We are continuous improvements. For example, now that we are using the 2024 version, but we are in the 2024C. So every year we have a lot of updates that you can have it if you have the software. And of course, we are using a high technology. We have the virtual reality and AR and a lot of things like that. And everything is connected in our BIMserver.center. What's the BIMserver.center? As I commented before, it's a common data environment, a CDE. It's a website when you can go have your account for free. It's for free forever for everyone. So In that website, and also we have an application, of course, you can go make the registration and start to work, create your projects, share the projects, and start to use safe softwares. Well, what can we do with this open BIM workflow with our BIMserver.center? Augmented the productivity, expend less time. That's, I think, the most biggest problem that you have, that you are expending a lot of time to using to trying to make the drawings or to make the report and so on. That's a thing that we can manage. That's the good point of the softwares. So in the BIMserver.center, the OpenBIM workflow, as you can see here, you have Revit, you have a CYPE that's the or software for architecture, and we have also other software like AutoCAD, ETABS, and so on. And with the application that we are creating, the plugin for Revit and also the software for IFC Developer, you can start to work with any of that softwares to go inside our system that you can see here. All is connected, all has his next step. So let's go see a little bit what's the BIMserver.center. Let's you have BIMserver.center. It's what you do. I have a presentation video, but I think that we can continue directly. This is the BIMserver.center. So we can go make the login that I have already created my registration and go inside. You have your projects, your contribution, and the share project. The share project, what's that? I think that Maria can explain better than me the BIMserver.center. So let me only show you a little bit what's the BIMserver.center. And after that, Maria can explain you better. So here you can see that you have the store, you have the developers, a blog and applications system. For example, in the map part, you can see around the world the public projects, because you have two options when you are creating a project. You have your private one and the public one. The public one is that everyone can see it. Of course, as we are a Spanish company, we have a lot of the project in Spain or near to Spain, like France, Portugal, and so on. But that does not mean that around the world they are not using SAP. As you can see, you have a lot of public projects around the world. So also you can enter in one of the projects, maybe this one. Oh, look, in Valencia, maybe Labora, for example. You can go inside, and if you want, you can request to collaborate on the project because it's an open one. So as you can see, it's not only a platform for your project, it's also a platform when you can collaborate or you can ask for collaboration from other professionals around the world. But let's continue with another part. You have a ranking and you can see the most validated parts. Maybe let's put, I have a Spain here, but we can take any other place. But as we are in Spain, let's take Spain. And you can see the more contributions projects and the most recommendation projects, as you can see. You can also learn how to use it, and you can have a connection with the person that they are making these projects. So how you can take the software? Go to the store, BIMserver.center store. I have here, it's open. So in the store, you can see all the software that we have. As you can see here, we have more than 170 applications, not more than 150. More, it's like 172 applications. That we have a lot of them in only Spanish, only Portuguese, and only French, and only in a special languages because it has a special codes from that countries. But in general, we have, as I said, more than 150 applications for everyone. And you can see that we also have the manufacturing systems. That's the software that we have especially created with the big companies like Daikin, Fujitsu, Midea, Bosch, and so on. That's a company that you can take the software to make a better design and better analysis of all the systems that all the products that have a Bosch in there. But as I said, Maria is better than me to explain this one. What I want to explain about, oh, I lost the page, about the BIMserver.center store, that if you have an account and you have here registered it, you can create your list. What means that list? That if you want to share the project with some of your colleagues and you want they to have the same software that you have, you can create the list to go directly access of that. That's a very good part if you want to share software, if you want to share anything about SciPE. So let's go to the website when I'm gonna be showing you what's the overview of the MEP software that we have. Let's go to CYPE.com. And we are going to select maybe Philippines, and we have the SciPE solution for professionals. In this part, you can see the most suitable software depending of the sector that you are. For example, for structural engineers or for MEP. If you are a plumbing engineer, fire engineer, HVAC engineer. So we have a lot of them. We have a lot of software for that, for every kind of the MEP solutions. So let's go inside one of one to show you what we have. We have the energy and acoustic simulations, geometric models, analytical models, thermal loads, energy simulation, improving measures, lighting analysis, and acoustic study. I think that this is a very important software, right, Maria?
Popular and flexible as well. Okay,
Exactly.
it has so many things by default, a lot of materials, codes, and so on, but it also allows the user to customize the software for them. Yes.
Exactly. This is a very great software that we have in CYPE in the part the energy and acoustic simulation. Let's go to other part. We have for plumbing. For example, today we are gonna be showing the water supply system, site plumbing water systems. So let me share you a little bit of site plumbing sanitary system. That's a program to create to assist the project designer with the design and analysis of design systems. Or for example, the chemical systems or solar system, for example, that's a great one as well. So you can see that for the plumbing system or before in the energy an acoustic simulation, you have the software that are more suitable for that part. Let's go to HVAC because for fire as well we have a special program, and here you can see the water distribution systems, type HVAC hydronics, or for example radiant floor systems. That's the radiant floor as the name can show you is an application for design radiant floors. It's a similar one. And of course, one of the best software that we have in the HVAC is the ductwork. It's more of the software that the people is using at the moment is for design HVAC ductwork systems, including grills and other verification equipments. Okay. So what can we have also? We have the electrical installation. For example, in this part, we have one of the best software that we have is the PV systems, Select PV systems. Is a tool to assist users to design of on-grid photovoltaic systems. It's a very great one, and we have a lot of webinars about these electrical and PV systems that you can learn how to use it and how to make implementation or make a better job. So what can we also have? For example, we have the electrical and telecommunication systems like electrical mechanisms, circuits, cyclic distribution, circuits and loads, multi-line diagrams, simple software for design to draw manually or automatically. The multi-line diagram, switchboards, grounding systems with the AAAA. It's a grounding user to designs grounding system, sorry, in a coordinate with the method Prosper. We have also a different grounding, but as I said, in the webinars that we have, you can see the difference between some of the software that we have in the electrical part. Let's go for communication and installations that we have for wireless. We have the chemicals and also the systems in buildings, like open BIM programs for design telecommunication installation in buildings. A very simple tool to can import the architectural models in IFCA and work there. So, as I said, we are also presenting a fire systems. So let's go in the fire solution. The fire solution, we have a very great tool. That's the CYPEPLUMBING. And also we have the CYPEPLUMBING FDS. This is the two software that we have for specifically for fire, but we also have the hydraulic systems inside fire. That's the software that Maria Adriana is going to be showing today, and also the CYPEPLUMBING pressure systems. As I say, I'm only going to be showing you a little bit of the overview of all the software that we have. It's Maria Adrian, the one that is showing you how to use the software. But we also have software not only for MEP. Today is a MEP presentation, but let me show you. If you go here, maybe in the structural model, and you can see the CYPECAD, CYPE3D, weather, retail structure, or maybe if you are going for, sorry, ouch, let's go. Okay, if you are going for the architectural part, okay, perfect. For the architectural part, you can see all the software that we have. So what you can do if you are very interested in learn how to use CYPE, or if you are interested in one of the software? Let me show you with the CYPE architecture, for example, that I'm open this one. If you go for more information in the website, you can see the detailed information, the learning recourse, the frequent questions, and also the technical support to solve all your doubts. So in the detailed information that you can see here, you have the information, the basic information about the software, like introduction, what is CYPE architecture, the work environment, working of the sketch, and so on. All the information, the basic information that you need to start using this software, for example. But if you want to learn, you can go to the learning resource. In some of the software that we have, I think that in CyberTector, also Site3D, and so other software, you have a quick start guide. If not, we have a lot of videos, tutorials, and webinars about how to use the softwares. And of course, in all the software that we have the user manuals and other reports and documentation about the softwares. I'm showing you now the site architecture, but let's go to other one for MEP, as we are showing this now. Let's go for maybe for that work in the site back. And more information, as you see, detailed information about the software, description, calculation methodology and standards, readiness start, work environment, checks, etc. And of course, let's go to the learner resource. In this case, we don't have a quick guide, but we have all the videos, tutorials, and webinars, as I say. You only need to choose the language. As you can see, we have a lot of them. Let's go with the English and automate.word design with Site 2024, new option for the synchronization of projects, etc. So I think that with this, you can see a little bit overview of what we have here. Also, we have the interoperability, that this is a part that I want Maria to show. So before to give Maria the lead, let me ask you one thing, Maria. With the last webinar, we have a lot of people that was asking us how to connect the structural part with the MEP systems. As today is the MEP webinar, can you show, first of all, how to make the connection between a structural model to the BIMserver.center and go to one of the MEP systems?
Yes, of course. Let's do
Please.
it.
So
Yes.
with that, I think that's the final of, let me stop okay. It's the final of my presentation now. I think that you have an overview of all the software that we have, what is CYPE, and a little bit of BIMserver.center. So Maria, if you can explain that, and after that to show a little bit more what is BIMserver.center and the interoperability that we have, that will be great.
Of course. Thank you. Just before I start, could you confirm that you are seeing this my desktop with the plumbing water systems in the middle and all of that? Yes. Am I? Okay. Maybe you're seeing something about the type of view that maybe is bothering. Is it okay now? Is everything okay, Cristina? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Before doing that, I'd like to show you this graph that represents the different ways you can start a project in BIMserver.center. There are many ways. In this, for starting, I'm going to start from CyPECAD, which is one of our structures software, the one that my colleague David saw last week. So let me just open the application. Please.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I'm going to, yeah.
Okay.
Is everything
We can see your screen is frozen.
is frozen? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Let me restart the process.
Okay.
Maybe the problem is that I had the second, please. Well, this is what happens when you're live.
It's
The-
normal, don't worry.
okay.
So
Um,
in the way it's I heard that it's very easy to connect the program, right?
yes, very, very, very easy. In fact, if I'd like to show how I do it, and let's see. Yes, and 1 second, please.
Yeah.
This is the right one. There it is. Am I showing now this? Can you see now the desktop with the different ways of
Yes.
starting a project?
Now
Okay,
yes.
okay,
Now yes.
okay. Sorry for the technical problems. Okay.
It's okay, Maria.
So the thing is that there are many ways of starting a project, depending on what you are going to do next. Okay.
Okay.
And one of the ways is from CYPECLUMBING, as you mentioned. So let's do that example. Okay. Let's show how to do this. I could open CYPECLUMBING. Okay. And as you can see, all the programs comes with examples. So I'm going to click here in the examples button. So it's as easy as that. You open an existing example. In this, let's open the waffle slab example, okay? I'm going to maintain everything as it is. As you know, this is not my area of expertise, so I believe that they did it as it had to be. So that's the structure, okay? Okay.
Okay.
So once this is, imagine that this is the beginning, the first professional did the structure. So we want to start. I'd like to collaborate with them and continue with the installation, with the services of this building. So how can we start this process? Well, as you can see here, it says BIMserver.center. So we just need to click in link, and in project selection, we are going to create a new project.
Okay.
So let's say that it's today's date. This is from literal. Okay, I'm the owner because I'm starting the project, and let's say that this is an educational project that I can decide if I want everybody to be able to see it or only for myself. Okay,
as I explained in the map part, right? Okay.
Exactly. You can make it visible or not, or there are two things, two concepts. If it's visible or not, or if it's open to collaboration requests or not. You saw one example that was open to collaboration requests. So anybody could say, can I participate and do another thing? In this case, I'm going to say that it's close to the collaboration, but it will be open to, so everybody can see it. And another interesting point from my point of view is that the projects can be geolocalized using OpenBIMsite, which is one of our softwares. So if you have used OpenBIMsite in order to geolocalize the building and it's visible to all users, you will have it in the maps section. Okay. So let's with this, it is as easy as selecting these options, and the project is already created. Okay. Anyway, at any point, I could change the configuration, okay? But now this exists, as I would say, okay? Let's accept. You can see now that here is my user in BIMserver.center and the project where I'm working. And then the next step is just to share to the platform.
If not, it's impossible to have it in the BIMserver.center, right?
Exactly. So this is the moment that the file is uploaded to the platform. And in a couple of seconds, as you say, I want to show you that in my user, this is my personal account in BIMserver.center. In my projects, I can see what I created seconds ago, okay? So here is the file with the contribution, in this case from CYPECLUMBING. So with the name structure, that is what it was in the screen, okay? I could change, and automatically the platform knows that it's a structural analysis file. Okay, so
Okay.
that's the first step. We do the structure. Then the next step is to use other application. Okay,
Okay.
so for example, imagine that somebody asks me to do, well, I'm going to close this because for now it's enough. And imagine that somebody asks me to continue with the duct installation.
Okay.
Okay, what would I do? I open the application. In this case, it's HVAC duct work. And now what I do is a new file. Okay,
Okay,
I
and that
create,
is the new because we are continuing the project, right?
yes, exactly. So
Okay.
this is a new file that I'm going to save in my computer because the native files are always in the computers, okay? Let's
Okay.
say that this is, well, I'm going to save it with the folder for today's webinar, and I'm going to say ducts. Okay, let's save it, accept, and now I'm going to link this file to the project. So at this
Okay.
point, I say select project, with which I'm going to say that I only want to see my projects. So it filters a little bit. And which project do I want to use? The one that is from SideCAD.
Okay.
Okay, let's double click it. So by doing this, now I'm able to import the structure.
Okay.
Let's accept. And now you can see that the interface is very similar to other software that you saw the last week. And we try to make them as similar as possible. So the learning curve, as you mentioned, is really, really good. So the first thing you can see here that the structure is here. In the elements read part, you can activate or deactivate the different models that we are reading. In
Okay.
this case, we are reading the structure from SideCAD. So if I want, I could make it invisible and just continue with the installation. But for this, it could be helpful for me to see the structure. So
Okay.
the program automatically has created floor views for me. So for example, now I could use the ground floor view and start working in this part as a template that will guide me in order to know the limits of this floor. Okay.
Okay.
So as easy as, I mean, here you can see that this is this floor views has some parameters. Maybe I like to see 3 meters from the floor, so have a better view of what I'm doing here, and I could start doing what is the goal of this program to create the ducts, the grills, and the equipment at the end, and dimension them for that. Okay, so for example, imagine that, yes, I want to do a duct installation here. I could start clicking in duct. I can choose the type of duct that I need. I could accept. And here, this is the general way of using this. Okay, I'm working now in the 2D mode in the ground floor. And yes, at 3 meters from imagine that 3 meters from the ground is okay. I could
Okay.
draw the duct here, okay, and insert the grill in the end. Look at this, please, that here I have different type of grills and say that it's supply. And in this case, what I'm going to do is to write the flow that I need. So I say, well, I need 100 liters per second, and I'm going to close the lock. So this is something I don't want the program to change, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to accept and click in the point where I want to put the grill. Here it is. Okay. Don't worry about the warnings or anything. I'm still in the process, okay?
Okay. Okay.
So this is work in progress. So what's the next step? The next step, I draw the duct, also the grill, and then let's put the fan. So I accept and click here. Now I'm going to move the duct to this point, and then the other thing could be the final duct from this point to here. And then the last grill, which could be a weather grill. in this case, it's going to be the flow is in this direction, okay? From the
Okay.
outside to inside the building, okay? Okay, you can see that everything is gray now, okay? This is
Yeah.
something that it gives me information. The fact that it's gray means that it hasn't been defined, okay? But later, once or when I finish the analysis, it should be in different colors depending on what I'm doing. Okay, so
Oh,
let's see. Let's
okay.
go step by step. Let's suppose that this is the elements are as they should be, and let's design. Now is the moment where I'm asking the software to design the size of its elements accordingly to the flow I need in this reel. So I'm
Okay.
going to press here, and as you can see, the colors have changed automatically to in this case, to the color for this supply installation, okay? And everything has been dimensioned. I could see
Okay.
at the first moment, maybe it's good to see it in this unifilar way because it's faster, and you can see the different results of for example, the grill is okay is good for the flow I need. The ducts have this dimension, and with these dimensions that were is automatically decided, all the
Mm-hmm.
checks that I had for this duct are okay. So it could be it's complying. Here is the properties of the fan I dimension and everything. So everything is okay
And
accordingly
yeah,
to
yeah.
my the needs I had. Okay, but sorry, but I think it's good to see also this in a more real way. First of all, okay, you can see it like a very schematic or more real. And also, what I think is the best thing here is to rotate the model and see that this is really in 3D. So you can see here this 3D orbit button. If we click
Mm-hmm.
here is what we have done, okay? And we can see it like that only for this floor or for the whole building. So I could come here and see what I did, okay?
Okay. And now that you have that part designing, you also can share again with the BIMserver.center, right?
Exactly. I could click here in share and say, okay, deduct installation for this. Set here. If I want, I could include the drawings. I think I was in the ground floor. I don't remember. Imagine that this was
Yeah.
the floor where I worked. Of course, this is not finished. Okay, this is just an example, but imagine
Yeah.
that it is. It's as easy as it. We are adding more and more info to the project.
Of course. And
So
now if you go to the BIMserver.center, you also can see the structural part and in the contribution, you also can see maybe the dashboard, right?
exactly.
Okay. So I think that with this, we can, it's an answer for the question. Thank you very much. And now you can continue with your presentation.
Okay,
Okay, you are
perfect.
showing the
Yeah,
video. Okay,
just
perfect.
to show that even anyone because in a platform you are able to see everything that is being summoned to the project. So you can see this, for example, that so anyone invited to the project could see this, or because in this case I'm doing everything in this example, but
Mhm.
this platform allows for a collaborative way of working. So this part is quite important, the work team part. From here,
Okay.
I could add any collaborator to this project, so they could
Okay.
do it. I could invite you, for example, that you could do. No,
Yeah,
maybe
that the part when I show in the BIMserver.center that you have your projects, your collaboration, and your sharing projects, right?
exactly. The shared projects is when you didn't create the project, but you have been invited to the project. So that's where you could see. Okay, and
Okay.
my project is if I'm the owner, the one who began the project. That's it. That's it.
Perfect.
So okay, so do you think, Christina, that maybe it's a good idea to show now one of our best applications for
Yes, of course. If you can show a
MEP?
little bit more the how to use the BIMserver.center, for me it's a great one. So I'm gonna put my camera off and my micro off, and it's all yours.
Okay. So about the Insight Center, well, I would say that having access to the platform is so easy. You just need to register, and you will have a completely free use of the platform, in the sense that you can create new projects, collaborate with other users, and of course have access to the store. Okay, so this is okay, so that's it. From the platform, we can create new projects. So from this tab, you can imagine here I have the webinar. Imagine this, and number 2, I could create a type of project. Next, select the visibility options, and then here I would have a project that I can use in any application. I'm going to close it because I don't want to create now another project. Okay, so that's one option, to create projects. But the other option is to as you can see, I created the project from Sidecar in that case. Okay, so that's another, but a very important part of this project, of this platform, from this CDA platform, which is BIMserver.center, is the fact that you can manage all your projects. I'd like to show you a little bit one project that I prepared for today's webinar, which is more focused on the part of the MEP. In this case, you can see in the dashboard tab, you can see a building, an architectural model, and you can see how the different parts can be activated or deactivated. So for example, I could have everything. Imagine I want to see the architectural model, the water installation, and the hydraulic system installation as well. I could see everything at the same time, everything complete, which could be quite useful for the collapse detection, for instance. Let it load. Here we can see the progress. Okay, just in a couple of seconds, it will be here for us. Here it is. Okay, I can rotate it, and of course activate or deactivate different parts. For example, maybe at some point, maybe I don't want to see the architectural model anymore. I prefer to see only the part of the different installations. So here you can see that I have the first installation with the sprinklers. If we click in any element, you will see that we have the info about the different parts. It's not only a drawing; it's much more than that. This, for example, let me show you. Sorry, for example, for the water installation, let's accept. Here it is. Okay, this is the water installation for this building. I could combine, for example, something that I like, combining, for example, this part with the sanitary appliances that I had inserted before with CYPE architecture. So I can see this more realistic way of seeing the installation. And yes, what I always like to point out is that this is not only a drawing of a pipe. We have here the material with which this pipe was made, what type of pipe, in this case that it's a cold water pipe, and with the diameter that it has. So this is a technical information that is traveling via the IFC. Okay, this is something I'd like to tell you, that we inside we use open formats. So if you see here in the contributions part, for instance, the contribution of the water systems installation that I showed you previously, you can see what files we have upload to the platform, we have the IFC, as you know, this open format file, and also the GLTF. For me, this is quite important. Okay, so any other collaborator would be able to see the different models in their application. Okay, so for example, in this case, okay, that I had the architectural model, and then I want to continue with the water installation. This is thanks to this that we use these open formats. Okay, I think maybe the next thing that Christina told me that could be interesting is the part of the collaborative way, or the how we collaborate with other with third part software. I think I'd like to show you this for a second. Again, this part of how, in which ways we could start a project from us. For our part, we have two softwares that are for modeling, which are CYPE Architecture and IFC Builder. So if it's from scratch, this is my advice, is to use this software. Okay. Another option is if you start from the structure. So in that case, you could use CYPECAD. Okay, but what happens if the model exists already and it was created, for example, from Revit? Well, in this case, we have a solution for you too. The solution is our plugin OpenBIM Revit. You can see here from the interoperability button that we have this plugin. Okay, the plugin OpenBIM Revit, and it's very easy to use and allows you to integrate our BIMserver.center platform in Revit. It would appear for you as a plugin, okay, in Revit. So that's one very correct way of starting. Okay, let me, because I closed the window. Sorry, here I am again in the inner side solutions part. Okay, what is another way of starting a project? Imagine that somebody has sent you the one IFC created by other software. It could be Revit, or it could be Allplan, Archicad, or other brands. In that case, what you have is the IFC. No problem. You can start the project by using IFC Uploader. This software is also explained here in our solutions part, and it's a free software. And is in 2 clicks, you have already uploaded the file to BIMserver.center, and you are able to continue with our software. Okay, so there's no excuse. There are so many ways to start, and I think we try to facilitate the entrance to the BIM world. Okay, that's one of our goals. Okay, so Christina, maybe that's enough about the platform and the interoperability. Maybe it could be a good idea to start showing a specific software, or are there any questions?
Me a moment. Okay, now I'm here.
Okay.
I think that's okay. It's perfect. Thank you very much. If you can
You're
start with the software, that would be great.
Perfect. So I also, for example, one software is CYPEPLUMBING water systems. Here you can see one example, one file I was working with. As I say, in this case is CYPEPLUMBING water systems. If you see, the interface is quite similar to the other software I showed you before. So the way, is so intuitive to continue working with this. In this case, you can see that here in Elements Red, I'm reading the architectural model. So this could be very helpful for me in order to know where, for example, let's make everything visible except for the floor slabs, for example. Okay, so I have this information is quite useful for me to have the architectural model here, but at any point I can make it invisible and just continue only with the water installation. Okay, So that's about the interface. I think that's the most important thing, that we are able to, as this project is connected via BIMserver.center, I am able to read other models from the platform, and of course I can share the result to the platform again, so it will be updated in BIMserver.center. Okay, so that's about the interoperability. This is, I think, a very important point of the program, that the site plumbing water system is connected to the platform. Okay, what is the goal of site plumbing water systems? The goal is to size water installations. So as you can see here, we have this design button that will make it possible. If you see any pipe, you will see that we have results for the different pipes in terms of in this case, the internal diameter, the flow, and the velocity. I'm sure now you're curious about why these limits and how this is done. Okay, the core of the program is here in general options. From here, the user can set everything. First of all, what are the design criteria? You can decide to design by minimum diameter or by minimum available pressure requirement. And in this case, if that's the case, you have different cells where you can set if you don't want to increase the diameter, if the pressure loss is reduced, and what would be the minimum pressure loss, and other options. Okay, this is it's very much customizable, and also about the simultaneity. You could create or use different equations for that. Okay. Another thing here, you can see what are the equations used by the software. Okay, so no problem. We are very open about that. Okay, and show everything that we are doing. What else? From here, you can also set if you want to check, for example, if the valves are in series, and we'll show you a warning if that's the case, and also what other checks that you may want to do in general when you are doing the automatic calculation. But another thing that is very, very important in this software is the design and check options to be carried out. From here, first of all, you have this the option to use the default ones or create your own consumptions, which basically mean what are the properties of these elements in terms of flow, and also if they have a minimum pressure or maximum pressure values, or a fixed diameter, if that's the case. Okay, so from here you can set everything, all the properties in the last part of the installation, and also what are the checks you want to make on the different pipes. So you can say that for this type of pipe, I want to use always this material in particular, and the checks that I want is this minimum and maximum velocity, and taking into account the accessories by an increase of the real length. For instance, this is totally customizable. You could edit what is already in the program, or you could create your own by hand, or you could copy one that exists and make changes. Okay, so that's, for me, this is this is really powerful. I think much better than a spreadsheet. Okay, because is that those criteria that you might have in these spreadsheets that you have in your office can be written here. Okay, by setting these limits, and then the program will automatically generate the dimensions for you. Later on, I'll show you a little example from the beginning, so everything will be more understandable. Okay, but the concept is this: that the program gives you the ability to create limits for the pipes and the consumptions, and also has general options for the automatic sizing. Of course, you can always decide that you want a specific diameter, and the program, okay, you can close anytime a value, and the program will tell you if it's okay or not. Okay, that's also possible as well. So you can use the program in order to check instead of design. Okay, no problem at all. But before going into this detail, I'd like to show you a little bit the output of the software, which is basically the reports that include the formula or the equation used. Also, the different checks that have been made in all the elements with the reference and so on. It could be, it's really detailed. And then the different checks, which is basically what we saw in the different, when we click in the pipes and the elements, but in text. All of these, well, and lastly, the materials report. I think I'd like to tell you something else. We can print or export to different formats each of these documents, or you could even create your own combination of documents. So maybe I want to print the design criteria and the checks only, or any combination of these reports. Okay, this is an option you have, and this thing, this combination of documents can be exported also to the platform. So here you can say that you want to export the documents, and the documents will be uploaded to the platform, and you can see them from BIMserver.center. Okay, and lastly, I'd like to show you the drawings. Here we can, in this case, create the drawings for, in this case, for the whole building. I could do this and see. You can see the program creates these tables with all the explanation for each of the everything that appears in the drawing. This is, and also the 3D representation. Everything is quite customizable. So, for example, maybe I prefer to create only the drawing for the floor one. Okay, and it could be this representation as it is. Okay, this is customizable. You can create, move objects, so change the layout of this and so on. Okay, this is only a representation of what the program will do automatically for you. Okay, I think more or less I saw what is. Well, I think the other thing that could be interesting in this case is the materials. In this case, we have the option to create your own materials by hand, and also it's possible to import materials from an open BIM database. Okay, so from different brands. So it's up to you. I think fast, but more or less I explained the main features of these programs, say plumbing water systems. And if we have time, I could show you how to do a simple installation from the beginning. Okay, imagine that we are working, okay, because this is finished, but maybe you wonder how this really works. I'll show you very fast, okay? Imagine, well, I'm doing this. I want to do a variation of this. It's as easy as doing a new file. Do a new file. Select project, because of course I want to use the architectural model that I created. So here it is. This is, of course, here I have all the results that I have exported. In this case, I don't want to see the water systems now or the hydraulic systems. I want to see only the architectural model. Let's click here and accept. And now, at this point, now you are familiar with the general options button, okay? From here, I can say, because at the beginning, this is empty. The consumption list is empty. The pipes list is empty. But the program has this import configuration button that allows you to import different codes from different countries. Let's select one, for example, this European code, for instance, so you see how it looks like. When we accept a code, you see that now we have a list of consumptions based on this standard. So for example, we have this wash basin with these specifications. Of course, you can always create your own, okay, as I said before, by adding, editing, or copying this list. It's always helpful, or even the reference on plan can be seen here. This is how it will be in the plan. You could change it, of course. And well, this is the list of pipes, which is actually the list of type of pipes or what limits I want to apply. Here, for example, I have this type of pipe that has these limits for velocity and doesn't have simultaneity. And then I have something is similar but with simultaneity. Okay, so I could do as many combinations as I need. Let's keep it simple for this part for now. Sorry, and only accept because I like to show you only how it looks at the beginning. Okay, so the first step is to configure the limits and the type of consumptions that we are going to have, and then we can click next and do this because as we are in this case I'm reading a model from Site Architecture, which is one of our software for modeling, and in this software you can insert the sanitary equipment. So I'm going to do an automatic read of these elements. So I'm going to say that every time I see a toilet from Site Architecture, I want to convert it to a WC cistern, okay, which is one of the elements I have in this list. Okay, let me click here again. Okay, so the toilet will be a WC cistern and the wash basin, exactly the wash basin, as the same name, the wash basin from a list of consumptions. I'm going to click next. And these are the by default displacements. Remember with the ducts that we have 3 meters displacement from the ground. In this case, I'm going to have this by default displacement for cold water, hot water, or the hot water production. I'm going to click finish now. And you can see now that I have the building here and this list of warnings. Don't worry about the warnings because if I'm not, this is step by step. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to leave only the sanitary appliances from the architectural model, so I have less information. And as you can see, the warnings are here because it's telling me that this element is disconnected from the installation. It makes total sense, okay? I have these elements and the installation is not completed. This is exactly what I'm going to do here. The goal of this software is to size the pipes. So what I need to do is to draw the different pipes. So the program will decide for me or tell me if it's okay, the diameter I have, okay? It could be also possible to create consumptions from here. Imagine that I'm here in the let's see that we're in this floor, in the ground floor. I could create an element, let's say here, and we could insert the element. Here it is, okay, the wash basin. But in this case, it has been done automatically because, let me make this invisible. I did this process of reading to convert from architecture to separating water system. So here I have all the elements automatically inserted. But as I said, you could create them from here, no problem at all. Okay, so I think more or less I show you this. I think there's no need to explain a lot about the environment because it's the same as in the other software. There's this 3D view and these different floor views that from which you can work in this floor plan view. So it's much intuitive, very intuitive to work like that, and then as this projection, and then you can always go back to the 3D view. Okay. Let me, if it's okay, let me just connect some pipes so you see how how it is in reality. Okay, something finished, something that is not finished. Let's say that somebody asks me to do the installation only for these toilets, for example. Okay, you can see that the elements are here but not connected. What should I do? Well, what I should do is to click here in pipe. And, well, the program tells me that before introducing elements, the thermal insulation catalogs must be introduced. Okay, let's do that. here I'm going to click in Add, and I could create my own thermal insulation catalog, but I have already this in my library. So I'm going to import and accept and then continue, okay? No problem. This is something that always happens at the beginning. I need to import the insulation catalog. Okay, so what's the next part? I see now in pipes that I have, if I select cold water, I have these names for the cold water: horizontal pipe without simultaneity, horizontal pipe with simultaneity. What I showed you before, okay? Let's do it. I mean, very, very, very simple. So I'm going to select the first one. Don't take into account the exact criteria, but it's just a pipe. Okay, I could have a lot more examples. Let's say that this is the right one. I'm not going to look at this moment. I'm only going to draw the pipes. And what is important here is to know where I am. If you see the cursor, it has three values, X, Y, and Z. It's 0 meters. In this case, as you can see here, I'm in the ground floor and with a displacement of 0 meters. In this case, I don't want to work on the ground. I want a higher value for the pipes. So what I'm going to do to use a displacement, I could draw it by writing or select it from the displacements button and say that I want the displacement for cold water, 2.60 meters. Let's accept. And well, one thing that is optional but helpful is to use the orthogonality button. Is my advice is to use it. So you want this clean installation. So let's click it, and you can see that the program is capturing the different elements. You see that it's capturing this yellow square. I'm clicking here, and let's say something like this. If you see the program has this, it's helping me that showing me that they are in the same coordinate. So now everything is going to go smoothly like that and something like that. Imagine that here I'm going, this is what they have asked me to do, only this part of the installation for this bathroom. And can I do that? You may wonder, is it possible to do only this small part? Or should I do the whole building before getting reports drawing or anything? Well, the good news is that I can do a small part only and see how this is going and then continue if I want. So what I'm going to do, instead of saying that the installation is from the supply connection point and do everything, I'm going to finish the installation only in an accessory, in a valve. So here you can see that I have this fitting button. I'm going to click here and say that this is a stop valve, accept, and the most important thing in this case, in specific operating conditions, I'm going to say that this is the start of the installation. So the program will understand that this is the beginning. I'm going to accept, and careful with this. I don't want this in the floor. I was working everything. The other pipes were in 2.30, if I'm not wrong. I want to be in that high. So let's click in displacement 2.60. That's it. Cold water 2.60, accept, and click here. Okay, so here I am. Let's save. And what have I done so far? What I'm going to, let's cancel it. Okay, here it is. I want to see what I have done. Okay, with the orbit button, we're going to do like this. Okay, what we have done, or what I have done, is to insert these pipes at 2.60 meters from the ground, and the valve is here. What's happening? That of course this is disconnected. This is still disconnected because I don't have these vertical pipes from the level they are to 2.60. Okay, what can I do now? Of course, I could create by hand these pipes. Okay, it could be possible to do this. This is a 3D program. It's very easy, but you know that time is money, and we don't want to lose time. Okay, so what the program has this very, very interesting tool, which is the vertical pipe wizard. With this, the program will make them for you automatically. So it can be done for the whole building or for specific parts. As now I'm in this part only, I'm going to do this only for this, what I have done. So let me show you. I select here pipes, vertical pipes. I'm going to select the elements included. You know that the color now, you can see now that this is in a lighter blue. I select this, and number of generated vertical pipes, 4. I have automatically created these 4 vertical pipes. So apparently everything is connected. Now is the moment to design and see if everything is okay or not. If we update results, you can see that at the beginning there are some problems. It says this is the error, the way the program shows an error. If we click in the element, you can see that there's a problem with the velocity. With the diameter that we had selected, but even not looking, the velocity is not okay. We could, of course, change everything by hand and make different, by hand, checking if it's okay or not. Or we could use the automatic design button. I'm going to click here, and you can see that some of the errors have been changed. Let's see, because there's still this problem here with the velocity. Probably we need a smaller diameter. So it could be we could do different things for that. Okay, of course, okay, because the program hasn't seen and doesn't have the option to have less diameter. There are many ways of solving this. Maybe if we have we had more pipes in our project catalog, we could import one that has less smaller diameters, for example. Or of course we could change the limits if we want to let it have this velocity. Okay, there are many ways. In this case, what I'm going to do is that maybe I'm going to add more diameters to the catalog. So I'm going to say that as well as 20, there's also the possibility to have the 18 millimeters diameter. It's important to change it here in the nominal diameter value, not only as the reference, because the reference is only for the plan. Or here, well, I don't know, let's say it's 1.60, okay? 1.60, not 16. That's invented, okay? I'm going to put this in the right order. And now, what I could do is click here, and let's see, if I select 18 by hand, now everything is correct. I could do it one by one, but I'm going to do something different. Instead of correcting by hand, I'm going to click on the design button. And automatically, the program has decided what is the right diameter for each of the parts. In some of the parts is 18, in others is 25, and so on, okay? If imagine here, I'm curious, why 25 and not another? If I click here, you can see that with this diameter, another thing wouldn't be okay. So, okay, you see that this is in that sense, all the automatizations the program has. So, anyway, you could do different combinations, and once you have done, this was the finish, something finished, so I can have the report and everything. But imagine that I want to continue or I want to do this in other floors. No problem. We have a lot of options like this, for example, to copy onto another floor plan, and symmetry, copy, symmetry move, options like that will make your work much easier. Well, this was a little explanation. I wanted to show you a little bit how to interact with the software. And as you can see, the texts are very easy to understand, and the program tells you what's going on in each of the steps. Okay, any questions about this?
Not for now, Maria. I think
Okay.
that we have some questions, but better to wait until the end of the presentation.
Okay, maybe I can go now to the CYPE. If everything is clear, I could continue with CYPE hydraulic systems.
Yes, please.
Our software for the sprinklers and fire source rails. Okay, so let's close this, and I'd like to show you another program for another service. Okay, in this case about the fire, and as you say, of the group of fire protection software. One of the software is a fire hydraulic systems. Let's open the example again from the same building, so you see the interoperability. And in this case, I'd like to show you again. I'm connected to the same project, so I was able to read in this case the architectural model, but also the plumbing installation. So I'm going to deactivate the out elements, which are the fire extinguishing installation. Okay, so here at the beginning, I can import any model from the project. You can see here in update of the options that I have. Okay, so I have been able to import the building. I'm reading also the plumbing installation, so it allows me to interact with the model and avoid clashes. Okay, if I'm seeing the example, now I have the plumbing installation activated, and also I can see the fire extinguishing installation. Okay, so I'm going to, when I'm drawing, I avoid the clashing between elements and so on. Okay, so that's the thing, and I could add more and more information. Here I could have the structures model as well. So that's the great thing about this. About we avoid errors that would mean to restart the project, make more modifications, and so on. The goal is to try to do in the right way from the start. Okay. Having said this, as you see, the interface is so similar, so easy to understand. We can be in the 3D view. We can be directly in the different floor views, seeing as this in the 3D, or a projection like this, for example. Okay, very, very easy. The way of working is so much similar to the other, with the option to import the different to draw the different pipes, and also it has some automatic automatization, so it can even generate an automatically an installation for you, or create branch line, branch network, or grid systems. Okay, it has great things. This software, I'm going to show you very briefly how it analyzes. If we click in update results, you can see that in a couple of seconds it has generated the results. This software is a fire hydraulic systems, uses EPANET 2, which is a software developed by the Water Supply and Water Resources Division of the USA Environmental Protection Agency's National Risk. I can't read this. It's such a long name for this. Okay, the thing is that it's a very, very popular and proven engine. So what we have done is to integrate that engine in our software. So it has this very reliable engine inside. Okay, then you can see the way it shows you the results in a very graphical way. You can see that well. Let me show you first in the 3D. You have the complete installation, and you see here in pink. This is the design scenario, and if we go here, you can see that the program has. Let me shows you what is the worst case sprinkler. Okay, the hydraulically immersion water sprinkler. So you can see the results here. Again, here it is. Okay, sorry, you have to edit. And here you can see all the different checks that the program has made for this sprinkler in particular. If you see the checks are made in many ways, about hydraulic analysis, about the design of the protection, if it's the operation area and protection area are in the limits or not, and also about the layout, because the program checks not only is able to see the other sprinklers in the installation, but it also is able to see the walls or the position of the walls okay, it's reading the geometrical model, okay, the architectural model, so it sees where the walls are, and the program can check the distance from the sprinkler to the walls. So this is a brief way of saying this, and then you have the document with that and telling you exactly why it's doing this based on which code is doing this, and the equations used in some cases. Okay. One great thing about this program is that it includes automatically. Let me hear this. Automatically, it includes three codes, very well-known codes: the NFPA 13 of 2022, this European standard, and 12,845 of 2016, and this code from Singapore. And on the one hand, you have this possibility, okay, to import these codes, which means a lot, because it means that you are by default importing these specifications for the spaces. In this case, the program detects that I'm using one kind of space type, and if I edit it, I can see exactly what it means. It means that it's going to check, for example, if it's a residential sprinkler, it's going to check that the maximum distance between sprinklers is of 6.1 meters, and this is the minimum distance between sprinklers, or what is the maximum allowable protection area. To say an example, okay, it's just one example. If this is all the checks that is going to make for the sprinklers, I say that they are in a light hazard, non-combustible, obstructed space. In this case, for example, as you can see, I have this. I mean, these are the general options. The core again. The core of the program is the general options button. It's the first thing the technician should take a look at. Okay, more than anything. So here you have what specifications you need for the spaces. What is the equation you want to use, if the Hazen-Williams or the Darcy Weisbach, and if you want to make the automatic generation of fittings, or you want the increase of coefficient, and also other options. I cannot go into everything today, okay, but there are so many options for the automatic design. And then another really great option here is the sizing rules button. From here you can have you can tell the software which is the diameter you want to use depending on the number of sprinklers, and this is what the program will apply when you design automatically. Okay. And then the other part here is the libraries, which means the equipment. Okay, what type of pipes, what type of sprinklers. We have these by default, these two types of sprinklers, and also we give you the possibility to combine different types, installation, orientation options, and so on. Okay, you can create your own, and of course save it in your computer. Okay. Having said this, like the libraries part, this is really important. The space types, from where you are going to say that, for example, every time you have a meeting room, what type of space you want to use. In this case, the light hazard, non-combustible, or unstructured. It could be another from the list. Okay, so that's how this is automatically done. We read the types and assign properties to that. And then the next, okay, so that's the thing. First, you have to set these general options. Then you draw the installation very easily with these, following the same kind of concept, okay? That you draw the pipe, you select the type of pipe, and you set the displacement you want from the floor, and very, very, very intuitive, okay? Once you have done this, the next thing is to, okay, once you have this, draw the pipes and the sprinklers, having completed the installation, okay, here you have the supply connection, tank and booster set. Once you have done that, the next step is to decide what is your design scenario. You could have, here I have this use one hypothesis. Of course, I could create more hypotheses and see them in the planning in the drawings and in the interface. So, well, that's it. I can view, as I have this hypothesis, this is what I'm seeing, but I could select from a list of hypotheses, okay? And that's the thing. Once I do this, I just need to consult checks if I want to check if the file is okay as it is, or design if I want the program to decide the size for me. So here it is, basically the two great options of the software. And then once this is, I have this this error here. I would like to show you only an example of, I think it was in floor one. Because I like to show you how in the, here it is, in the interface, you can see there's something that is not okay, and the way the program tells you. Okay, for example, in this case, the distance from the walls is not okay. So you can see exactly what is going on and make the changes you need to do. Okay, but this is the way it is. The error is in the interface. So always helping you, or it tells you if something is disconnected, or if you have forgotten to create the design scenario or other thing. That of course the design scenario must include the worst case sprinkler. So the program really guides you a lot. And once you have done the installation, even if it has something with an issue, the program will get the reports. And here you can see the way the project looks like. Here you have with much detail everything that has been done, all the different results, one by one, and the material schedule as well. Okay, of course you could add more materials and so on. Okay, this is only an example. And I'd like to show you lastly the drawings. Again, you can combine, maybe you want to print all the drawings or only for a certain floor, or this is quite customizable. Okay, this could be the complete drawings showing you the different diameters and everything, and you could do it only for one. Oh, sorry, in this case I'm going to select only for one floor, so maybe it's easier to see it. And let's say generate vector images, so it will be easier to see. I don't want to keep the previous. Okay, much better now. Okay, you see better with stronger showing it. So here you have the different results, and of course a lot of things are customizable. Okay, I cannot go into all the detail, but it's quite complete, I think. And of course, the results can be shared to the platform. And so here you can see that I exported the hydraulic systems results. So that's why I can see it in the platform. So here, this is not the other, the one that I call the Philippines webinar, can see the contribution from the hydraulic systems. It includes not only the different drawings and of course the installation, but also the drawings I exported and even the project. So here I have access to the whole project in the platform. Okay. So I think from my side, I have shown quite a lot of things. Maybe now is the the moment for the questions, unless Christina wants me to show anything else.
No, I think that's perfect. Thank you very much,
Ah,
Maria.
you're welcome.
Uh, well, let's go to start with the question part. I think that
Perfect.
it's everything explained. You can see the interfaces with the CYPEPLUMBING or with the plumbing water system of CYPHR hydraulic system is very similar. And let's go to answer the questions. I think that we have two of them. One is from the blacklist. I think this is more for you and me. It's to answer it together, Maria.
Ah,
Let's
okay.
go to try it. How do you think the use of SIPE solution has evolved over the years, and what trends can we expect in the future for BIM in AEC sector? Well, it's a very
Mm,
open question, so
yes.
let's try to answer together. Well,
Okay.
SIPE has over 40 years in the sector. So as other companies has 25, 27, 12 years in the market, a very knowledge software. That's, for example, Tekla with STAD or also ToCAD. So, but we have a lot of years in the market. So we are from Spain, and the first 20, 25 years we concentrate or work only in the Spain sector. And after that, we were with the near countries like Portugal, France, and after that we were to America because we have the same language and this was more easy to share the software that we had. But uh, we are very a company that improved for the future. For example, now we had one of the software in the steel part that's called Stream Steel that we developed last year, in November of last year, and we also have the Site Connect, another software that we also develop, and it's a very new software that you don't have a lot of them in the market because it's to make the analysis of the joints. It's a very special one. And for the MEP, we also have a lot of software like PV systems or like I think the thermal load for the how, to how can I explain to make more suitable the energy in the market, right? I think that it's something like that. The time turn J0 that we have a software something like that. I don't know all the software we have. We have 150 50 software in the, but as I can see, we have a lot of software that you can see that we are working to implement to work with all the world. Also, SIPE is one of the founders of the smart building information. So we are working in a very federated environment. We are using AFC files that give us the capability to work in an open beam system, open beam workflow. So what we think about in the future of BIM and the future in the architecture and energy and construction sector? Well, we think that we are going to the future, that we are starting to we are starting to understand the BIM systems. We are starting to understand what is the common data environment, and we can go more faster. And that's the part of the implementation of the softwares in the market. 20 years ago, the people make all the drawings by themselves, by hand in Spain. Now everyone is using, not everyone, but more of the 80% of the engineer in Spain is using SIPE because SIPE is making that automatically. The work of the engineers is to be sure that everything is okay, not to stay day by day making drawings. That's how can I explain with a not bad manner. It's a dirty thing. It's a dirty work. You need to spend a lot of hours to make the drawings, to be clear that it's everything okay, and so on. And to make the reports as well, you need to spend how many hours you need to spend to do that. Now,
Yes, that's
if
why the automatization of the processes, I would say.
so, uh, if we can use a software that can make that work, and we can centrate in make the engineer work, why not? I think that the future is to work in the things that you need to work, and you to have a tool that helps you to make the other things that only take your time. I think that that's the philosophy that we have. Also, for the future, I think that the company thinks that the future is in the also in the people to learn a new tools, not to use only one. That's why we are using an open one, an open workflow. If you don't want to use it, you don't need it. If you want to use the software that you have spent the last 20 years learning how to use it, okay, but you have other things. Now a lot of people is using Excel or other tools to make the analysis. Okay, I given you a tool. You can make the analysis with CYPE. You can make the drawings with CYPE. You can make the reports with CYPE, and you can work to the other parts of the bill with other software. That's why we are using IFC. If you need a tool to work with us, we are providing to you. We have the plugin for Revit. We have a IFC loader. We have a converter. We have a lot of things to help you. Not how can I explain? Not to work with CYPE, to work. That's the point, I think.
So may I add, Christine, it's like you are not
Yes.
forced to work just with our programs. You are encouraged to begin the collaboration with our programs, with our interoperability methods and tools that we have at SIPE. So you can begin working with the BIM environment, but you are not forced to do so. You can still work the classical workflow. You can still work and draw the plans yourself. But SIPE provides you the option for that, as well as to complement it with a more technology-based BIM workflow. I think it's from
Yes.
that, that's a good way, right?
Yes.
I think you agree, Maria and Christina,
I,
right?
I agree completely. I would say that yes, yes. I don't. I say that we believe that we give tools to increase your productivity. So we believe that this will really help them and help everybody. So that's the thing to help productivity. And why? What kind of things do we do? For example, we have a program called Open Bin Layout that helps you create the plans for the whole project. So only with one tool you can combine the different results of the different tools, things, tools like that. And I don't know. The question was very open and
Yeah.
interesting at the same time. I would say that maybe one of the big steps was that we started working from, as everybody, I guess, from templates, DWG or DXF. And of course, we still enable the users to do that. I didn't mention that when I was doing the presentation, but at any point, you could use drawings. Here, even you can combine the flow we show with IFCs with the traditional DXF and DWG. So at any point, you can use those templates as well, okay? But we are very much into the future and using the last formats, well, what we required, everything that is required.
Yeah.
And I think the platform is a big thing. The BIMserver.center has been a very big step. And also, I think that a software that is quite interesting is our modelers. We have now a free modeler, which is Site Architecture. That is an open gate to the BIM world. While you were talking, for a second I opened it for a second. I'd like, if somebody hasn't started in this world and they don't have software for modeling or anything, we offer for free this
Yeah.
software. That could be the start of the
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, SIPE is offering a lot of
Mm.
things. For example, the BIMserver.center, the platform that's allow BIM environment, it's offering for free. We are offering that for free. It's an unlimited space, forever for free for everyone to work together. We are offering the opportunity to make an option in all the projects that is visible or invisible. You can share the projects. You can have a lot of people collaborate together. So we are going for a global environment. We want the people to know who is working in in other countries. You can check it. You can see that in Spain we are using some tools, we have some codes, and have a very similar in a lot of ways. And you can do it. You can learn how to work in other countries. You can collaborate in a big project, and that's only for you, or to collaborate in the platform. And it's, as I said, for free. You want to start to work in BIM and you don't know how? Go with take CYPE architecture. Do you want more things? Of course, we have a lot of things for free. For example, the CYPE site that Maria mentioned at the first time, that you can locate your ubication in the sorry,
Okay,
in the software.
geolocalize, if you
Yeah,
say it
you
like
can
that.
localize. There's also free software. You can see a lot of software that we are offering for free. The layouts as well. We have a lot of them because we understand that not everyone can start at the same time, and that the people can need sometimes help
Yeah.
to start to work in a BIM environment, because BIM environment is the present and is the future. So if it's not your present, maybe can be your future.
Yeah. So it's
I
like
like the
the
special
SIPE
terms.
is right now also trying to lower the entry, the boundary for like a to be working with that BIM environment, like what Christina is saying and Maria was saying. So it's like we offer it for free because we want to start and make it more accessible to more people at the same time, so that maybe in the future, maybe more people can embrace this type of like workflow in the future as well.
Exactly. So let's go for the next question. I think that we
Yeah.
we try to answer the best possible. So, okay, Maria, this is directly for you. How do you
Oh, okay.
configure analysis, drawings, and design check options in site plumbing water systems?
Um, okay, how you configure? Well, from the, let me open the program. Everything is done from the general options. Let me go here.
I think that that means like the codes, because a lot of people ask us about the codes for MEP because we don't have it. Why we don't have codes for MEP? Because you can configure it everything by hand. You can check if you want I don't know, a duck with 2 meters of longer. Yes, you can. Of course, you do it. You can do it with my software. That's the point, right, Maria?
You can have a codes or personal criteria. If you
Yes,
so the program will not will let you do whatever you decide. It's very open in that sense. And well, where you configure different things. If it's about the checks that you want to be made in the different elements, is here in the design and check options to be carried out. From here, you create your own list of different criteria. As you can see here in this example, I have made one criteria when I use small diameters. So I use a particular material and these limits, and I have another one for larger diameters because I know that this is the type of material that they use for that for those elements. For example, for um, the first part of the installation, okay, where I have more flow. So this is from here, from the design and check options to be carried out is where you configure all the different properties. This is the part of the dimensioning options, okay? And then I think you ask, or here the person asks also about the drawings. The drawings representation settings is here. In analysis and drawing options, representation options. If you click here, you can choose in which color you want to see the different type of pipes. Okay, first the typical is blue for cold water, but if you want to choose another color, that's totally okay. And even the type of line you want the different lines to be seen, maybe the return is in this type of line and so on, okay? And then also you can configure the labels, how they are going to be in the plan, how are going to be in the drawing, sorry, how they are going to be represented. Okay, so for example, I want to this the P for the pumping system, or maybe if I want another thing, or if I okay. Then the symbols. This is quite, I think, an important thing. You know that many times it depends on the country or from the or in your office you work in a certain way. So the program offers you a list of symbols from where you can choose. but it has also this personalized option. So you could create your own symbol. You can do this using templates or even drawing as if it was a drawing program. You can create your own. I'm just inventing, okay, but you could say that you want something like that. And this is the symbol you want to see seen every time you do whatever element it is, okay? Sorry for the quality of the drawing. It could be, okay, with orthogonal or negative or something like that, you do your own drawing. I'm going to show you something better than this line, which is the import symbols we have by default. If you click in this arrow, oh, okay, it's not here. It used to be here, another one. I suppose I hadn't imported to my library. I do it in other files we have that, which is well, I think it was from another country. So you can see the typical drawings. I'm going to show you just for a second because there's one particular in one of our examples. If I'm not wrong, is this one. I'd love to show you one that is done by a particular brand.
Mhm.
Okay, here you can see. Let's see. The thing is that we are evolving all the time. So sometimes from version to version, there are changes, okay? So it's difficult to be updated, okay? Or up to date. Here you can see examples of drawings that are more professional, okay? And these are the type of symbols they wanted to use. So it means, for example, they use very simple symbols for every time they have a cold water consumption. And this is the one for hot water consumption. So it means that in the drawings, it's very simple. The representation is very simple. So if I create, for example, the drawing only for the floor one, just one sec.
Okay. Um, can you hear me, Maria? Okay. So
Yes, yes,
in the
yes.
middle, as we are waiting, can you answer this question that someone asked to Paul? Paul
Yeah.
Andre
Yeah.
Mangune, do you have to use the same software version for collaboration? I think that this is not for Paul, it's for you, Maria.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, it's not. You can, as we use these open formats, it's not necessary to be in the same version. Okay, so no problem.
Okay.
You
I
need the
think
same
that
version if I have a sorry for the if you want to open the native file, of course it has to be in the same version. But if it's for the collaborative way of working, it's not no need to be in the same version. And
okay.
that's sorry, it took a
Thank
little
you.
time because it's a complex building.
Yeah, we can answer the questions in the middle.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Okay. I think
Yes.
that yeah, because the other question is also for the version. I think that we don't have any more questions, but I think that I have one about
There,
the
there, there is one question I think from the same person that asked us earlier.
yeah, but it's
Um,
it's a continue of the I answer at the same time. It's like, can you
yeah.
share with the audience how Sipes BIM solutions have had a significant impact? As I mentioned, we are one of the people that oh, in the BIM software, the IFC, the BIM Smart, the Building Smart. We are one of the I forgot the word.
Members or something like
Thank you. We are one of the members that create that one, the BIM Building Smart. So we are have
I
a
think aside
very,
from this, like SIPE has been also very strong in partnering with local communities and universities and
of
schools
course.
for like having for partners for research as what Maria is showing right now, I think
that.
on her screen.
Exactly.
So
I thought this was the
like
good moment.
a lot of SIPE's work also centers around university partnerships, and we offer them the universities. And right now, I think we've partnered with over 550 plus universities worldwide,
Yes.
and they use the full suite of SIPE software for their research and academic use. So they implement um, SIPE software in the classroom. Teachers can show and teach this, not teach the software, but use the tools that we have at SIPE in order to teach engineering, construction concepts for architecture, as well in within a BIM environment as well. So as you can see in this, I think Maria is showing it here in the website
Yes.
info.sipe.com. You can see like the featured research projects that partner universities have done in partnership with SIPE. So a lot of these um, are along with environmental research, carbon footprint research as well, using the software that we have, cost research. A lot of it has been done because of the SIPE software and the BIM platform that we work on. I think so as well. So I think that is a good thing that
Yes.
we always try to give to our partners and enable them. That is also within the philosophy of SEPA, like to make it more accessible. We go and try and partner with these universities to make it more accessible to the future users, to future engineers, to future architects in the construction field, on like what is there right now in the market, what technology is available in the market to make it to do these things, to make it more more accessible, as what I've said earlier.
Okay. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That's an important point. So I think that it's no more questions. So we want to share a little bit information with all the attendants, right, Paul?
I think so. We have, I think, with our partners here, with John Kenneth, our partner can help us right now with our rewards, because I think right now, if you have stayed until this time, you will be rewarded. I think, right,
Yes,
John
yes, yes,
Kenneth?
of course. For everyone, please don't forget to comment down hashtag Site for you to be
Yes.
included on our raffle draw.
So yeah, comment
And
hashtag SIPE in our social media and the platform that you're watching it right now, and you might get a chance to win some freebies from us, from SIPE, as well as our partners in the Philippines. So yes, comment down hashtag SIPE. Okay.
yeah, currently we have only 16 entries, so everyone, please comment down hashtag Site.
Okay. And what will they win, Kenneth, for
It's
your part?
a it's a LinkedIn premium subscription.
Okay. And for us also at SIPE, we are offering also two winners. One winner will win a spot in an upcoming SIPE workshop in the Philippines. Okay. And another winner will win a 6-month trial license for the entire suite of SIPE as well. So, so comment down. So these are nice
Okay,
freebies. So
everyone, so
don't
you
lose it.
heard
Yes.
that? So comment down now. Hashtag
Yeah,
Site.
exactly. So buy in Philippines face to face. So that's good news for us because we are going to Philippines on November, right, Paul?
Yes, yes, we are going to the Philippines. Our first ever side trip to the Philippines, actually. I
Yes.
think right now, may I share my? I think I can share my screen, right? So I can like, let me see. One moment, so I can. There you go. Okay, can you see my screen right now?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so again, as I've said, this is our first ever SIPE trip to the Philippines. It's very exciting for us, and it's very exciting as well for our team there in the Philippines. So let me share some details with you right here, right now. So very briefly, we're going to be in the Philippines from November 6th to the 12th of November. So for the 6th, the 7th, We are available for a face-to-face meeting for you or your company, your office. So if you want to meet us and we can do a demonstration or product demonstration for you in your office live, email us also to coordinate with this. Okay. So please try to coordinate with us as soon as possible because we are reserving our spots really, really soon as well. So after this, 6 to 7, as you can see, the eighth is already not here because we've already reserved everything
Yes,
for that day. A lot of people are interested in getting to know SIPE over there in the Philippines. So right now, after that, from the 9th to 12th, you can visit us also in because we're going to be participating for the first time as well as exhibitors to the Phil Construct Expo. That I repeat, it's our first time in the Phil Construct Expo as exhibitors. It will be at MOA, SMX Convention Center at Pasay City with booth number S27. So this is our first booth ever in the Philippines. We're very excited. Our Philippine partner for distribution also there is very excited to have us there. So please, if you are not able to make it or see us during our face-to-face meeting, please see us then on this day, okay? On the MOA SMX Convention Center, booth
exactly.
S27.
We are very happy to go there, and as well we have a very crazy offers to that expo
Yes,
as is the
yes,
first time. So let's go.
yes. Very incredible offers that you can only get if you are registered and in the convention center meeting us, okay? So don't miss out on that. So it's very exciting. So, yes. So if you have any more questions or would want to coordinate with me, Christina or Maria regarding the presentation for today, the webinar, or you just want to talk to us about like a possible meeting in the Philippines, you want to coordinate something with us, please do so with these email addresses. You may contact us with these email addresses. So for Maria Adrian, so that is support@cype.com. Please mention that it would be you want to message her directly. So if you want to contact us in the Philippines for a general inquiry, anything, it's our email as well as Christina's and my email addresses here. Okay.
Yep,
So yes, everyone. So yes, we'd love to hear from you. So let us know your thoughts. And if you want to meet us then, okay? We'd love to hear from you.
exactly.
So
So I think that
I,
we can go for the raffle now.
I think so, yes. So Kenneth, are we ready for the raffle?
I think we are.
Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll hand it over to you.
It's rolling.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, what?
Okay,
I
what?
I
think we
think that
have
we
to
have a
re-roll
little
that.
bit problem with the raffle.
I no the winner was the organization itself, the Digital Creatives. It's us.
Okay.
We have to re-roll it.
Yeah, I promise that I don't put hashtag Cype.
Yes, I didn't put hashtag Cype myself as well.
Yeah,
Mira,
to
mira,
be sure
mira.
that we don't have these problems. Okay,
Okay, winner number
Okay,
one.
congratulations,
zero.
RedCell06 from our YouTube viewers.
So congratulations. So what does
Congratulations.
Red Cell want, Kenneth?
Um, a LinkedIn Premium subscription. So
Oh,
to get your prize, please message Jomart Bakiran on LinkedIn.
okay. There you go.
Exactly. Let's go with the next
So
one.
can you go with the next one? This is a spot in an upcoming site workshop in the Philippines. Okay, so that
Oh,
is the winner,
Victorino Alonso.
Victorino Alonso.
Victorino Alonso. So please,
Congratulations.
congratulations. So please email us at philippines@cype.com or paul.mangune@cype.com to know more details about this. Okay, we'll share more details with you there. And our last raffle winner, this one is for the 6th month trial license for SIPE.
Oh, okay. Congratulations also from YouTube viewer. It's GM Bugalon.
Google.
Please also send us an email to the Philippines at CYPE.com to take your prize.
Your reward, yes. Okay, thank you so much, and congratulations, everyone, to our winners for today's raffle. I think we had a very great and very interesting and very informative webinar. Thanks to our dear friend Maria. Thank you again, Maria, and Christina for
You're
presenting
welcome.
our
You're
lovely
welcome.
BIM Server Center and our company. Thank you so much. And yes, does anyone else have something to say before we end our session for today?
Only thanking for your attention and your time. And please, you're welcome to ask any question in the support@site.com email, okay? Salamat and see you.
Exactly.
Thank
If
you,
you have
Miss
any
Maria, for
questions,
the wonderful and very informative session. For this will be very impactful for our mechanical engineers as well here in the Philippines, which do most of the MEPF's project and in
Okay.
construction buildings.
You're
Okay.
welcome. Thank you for
So
your kind
they will.
words.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Again, Salamat. If you have any question, any concern, anything, you can send me a message, christina.gomez@site.com, to Paul, and also to the Philippines in general. Okay?
Okay.
Again, Salamat to everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.